What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here, and on this channel we've covered many different AI coding tools such as Cursor, Klein, Cofounder, Pair AI, v0.dev, and this specific tool is a open source v0 alternative that will take any single screenshot and build user interfaces 10 times faster. This tool is called Screenshot to Code. I'm going to show you how you can easily set this up in the next 5 minutes. Let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so of course, just like any one of my videos, we are going to leave all the links down below in the description. Here is the Screenshot to Code website. So there is a cloud version that you could go ahead and use if you want to test it out, but I'm going to show you how you can build it locally. Now, as you can see, they have over 53,000 stars on GitHub, and they have a lot of positive reviews, as you can see here from people tweeting it out. Now, if we go to the GitHub here, I'm going to show you how you can get started right away. So this tool supports the following stacks: HTML and Tailwind, HTML and CSS, React and Tailwind, Vue and Tailwind, Bootstrap, Ionic and Tailwind, and SVG. And it supports the following models: Claude Sonnet 3.5, GPT-4o, and then DALL-E or Flux Schnell using Replicate for image generation. Now, like I said, they do have a hosted cloud version and it is paid, so you could try that out. I think they give you a certain amount of free credits, but we're going to be doing the local version. Okay, so the app has a React/Vite front end and a fast API backend. You're of course going to need an open API key to access GPT-4o, as well as an Anthropic key. Now, I guess the Anthropic key is optional, but both are recommended so you can compare results from Claude and GPT-4o. Now, they do mention if you do want to run Ollama open source models, you can just follow these instructions right here from this comment and set that up. So first things first, you're going to want to run your terminal as administrator, and you're going to simply want to run git clone and then Screenshot to Code. Once you do that, you're going to want to cd into the backend, so change directory. From that point on, you can either run echo, right, this command right here to set your OpenAI API key. Of course, you will replace this with your actual API key. Now, that's if you're on Linux or Mac. If you're on Windows, you're going to want to run setx. All right, just look up, ask ChatGPT how to set up your environment variables for an open API key on Windows, and it will tell you the command to run. Or you can just click over here and type in environment variables and then add a specific environment variable for OpenAI API key as well as the Anthropic API key. Okay, once you do that, you're going to run Poetry install, and then you're going to run Poetry shell. Now, before you do this, I will say I was encountering an issue initially, which was something like this, where it was saying error. Once I started up the website, it was saying error generating code, check developer console, etc, etc. So the issue I was facing was I was using Python 3.12, I believe. Now, what I personally found is Python 3.11.5, I believe, worked for me. So you can actually download that version if you are having issues, or download an earlier version. And then you can make sure you're using Poetry with that version here. So for me, if you need help with this, ask ChatGPT how to specifically do that if you are encountering that issue. But for me, I just simply downloaded it, and then I found the path for the Python executable for that specific version I wanted to use. And then I just ran Poetry env use and then that path right here. Okay, so I'll leave that in the description too in case you encounter that issue. Then once you do that and you're using the correct version of Python, then you run Poetry install, Poetry shell, and then Poetry run uv icorn, and then this one right here is going to start up the server on port 7001. As you'll see here, it should say your backend is running correctly. Please open the front end URL right here at port 1573 to use Screenshot Code. So now we need to set up the front end side of things. So make sure you go into a separate tab. All right, so the first tab is the back end right here. You're going to want to go into a separate tab for your front end. And you're going to want to make sure you're in the Screenshot to Code directory as well. And then you're going to change directory into the front end folder. Once you do that, you're going to run yarn, and then you're going to run yarn dev. Okay, that is going to start up the app on port 5173. Now, they do also mention here there is a Docker method as well, so you could try this if you want. We're not going to be going over that today though. So once you open up port port 5173, you will see screenshot to code. So up here, you can see what type of, models or frameworks we're using right here to generate. So we can see the HTML and Tailwind, the HTML, CSS, all the different other models right here. We have some in beta. Over here, we can see drag and drop a screenshot here or click upload. And then it says new, upload a screenshot recording, MP4 or movie file, or record your screen to clone a whole app. Now this is experimental. You can click here to learn more.
Hey everyone, I want to share a new feature we just added to screenshot to code. Before, all you could do was take screenshots and convert that to code. Now you can actually take a video of yourself using an app and generate a dynamic prototype from that video. It's really cool. So there's an easy record screen button here. So we'll click that. I'm going to do a demo of using some interactions in Google. So I'm going to type in something. I want to show off the autocomplete. And then once I click on a result, it takes me to a results page. So I want to replicate that interaction. Hit finish recording. And now I'm going to start generating. So this will take up to 5 minutes. We do a couple passes, so I'll be right back once it's done. All right, looks like it's done. It sort of looks like Google. If you go look, you can see that the code's available. Let's try to use it. So I'm going to type in same thing, hit Google, and then it produces some search results. It's not on a separate page, but you can tweak that later. But it is a working prototype that has the autocomplete. If you want to make further changes, just do a follow-up prompt here and ask it to update this code. So yeah, excited to see all the things you can create now that you can take a recording of an app and convert that into prototype code.
I think that's really cool, and I think that definitely, is something that will be implemented into more apps, and it is the future of AI coding because we've all done the whole take a screenshot, upload it to V0, and yes, it can build some cool components and whatnot. But in terms of actually building the functionality, imagine just logging into an app, screen recording the whole thing, and then, it builds the entire end-to-end process, back-end, front-end, all the different, functionalities. That is really where we're headed. All right, so there's also some more demos of that feature right here. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. Now see here, you can also screenshot a URL. So you can enter a URL here and then click capture, and then you can also see import from code. So there's many different options where you can actually generate from a screenshot or a video recording or a website, which is pretty cool that they have all that. Now, when you first load things up, you're going to want to click on this cog icon right here, and you'll be able to see the settings. So you can see DALL-E, placeholder, image generation, open API key. So you're going to want to paste in your API key here. So you can see here the base URL. So if you were using something like Ollama, you would want to use this or whatever OpenAI base URL compatible, LLM you're using. And then Anthropic API key goes here. You can see screenshot by URL config. So if you're using this, and then theme, of course, we're going to go with dark theme. And then you can also change some of this here too. Are you tired of pouring thousands of dollars into appointment setters only to watch leads slip away? Imagine having a team of elite sales agents booking qualified appointments for you around the clock. No more wasted time on training, no more frustration with performance, and no more draining your budget on inconsistent and expensive call centers. Introducing Stride Agents, AI-powered appointment setters that work 24/7, never get tired, and book appointments while you sleep. Trained on thousands of successful conversations, our AI agents outperform human teams at just 1/10 of the cost. Join the ranks of businesses that doubled their appointments and booking rates in just a matter of weeks. Don't get left behind in the AI revolution. Visit strideagents.com now and transform your entire sales process with cutting-edge AI technology. It's time to accelerate your stride with AI agents. All right, so I pasted back in our OpenAI API key there. Now, the one thing with dark mode is it is kind of, actually, it's not the best. As you can see here, it makes the text black as well. So honestly, light mode is actually better in this one specific case. Let's go ahead and upload a screenshot though. Okay, so I just uploaded a screenshot of ChatGPT here and it is analyzing it. All right, so the one thing I noticed is I'm personally at the moment having some issues with the Anthropic side of things. That's, I believe, option 1. If we look at option 2 here, this is the GPT-4o version, I believe. And as you can see here, we got our ChatGPT. What can I help you with? We have the search box here, the sand, all the different stuff. And we have our image up here. So pretty cool. We could either regenerate here. We could tell the AI what to change. We can select an update. So I can click on something. Like I could click on the search box right here and say, make it square. Now it's regenerating. Okay, and now you can see the search box is actually squared. So this selection mode is pretty cool and useful. Now we can see a mobile version right here, which it definitely isn't optimized for. As you can see here, it's scrolling. So we could go ahead and say, make it mobile optimized. All right, so make it more mobile optimized. We'll click update. And the cool thing too, is you can actually see the versions right here. So you can see this is created version 1. This is version 2, which is making it a square. And now we're making it more mobile optimized. And as you can see, if we click on these versions, we can actually switch back to the specific version, which is nice. This is exactly like how v0 works. And look at this. Now we can see that this is actually pretty mobile optimized. So it's desktop optimized. And then if we go to mobile, now there is no side scroll right there, which is nice. We click on code here. We can see all the code right here. So we could copy this code like this, or we could even open it directly in CodePen right here. Right now we can see the code in CodePen, so that's pretty cool as well. Now we could download the code too. Now let's go ahead and try another screenshot. So I'm going to drag in a YouTube screenshot right here. And you can see here, you can literally see the code being generated right here. So that's pretty cool as well. Wow, and look at this so far. It is looking actually pretty similar. We can see the placeholders right here. We can see the whole entire user interface. And boom, it's done generating. It even filled in some, I don't know if these are generated images or if this is just stock footage or stock images. Okay, it looks like these are just stock images that it got. All right, so we can say make it mobile optimized again. All right, and as we can see here, it optimized it for mobile, and we can use desktop as well. All right, let's go ahead and copy the GitHub repo and actually try to screenshot the URL right here. Okay, so to screenshot from a website, you're going to need a screenshot API key. So screenshot 1, you can go here, sign up for free, and you get 100 free screenshots a month. And then you're just going to copy your API key and then paste it over back here. All right, now that that's done, you can go ahead and click on capture. All right, so you can see here, it captured the entire GitHub page right here. This is actually better than just a screenshot because you see how this is a very long page. Unless you zoomed out, it would be a little bit tricky to screenshot. I guess you could zoom out, but with this method, it takes the whole screenshot of the page easily. And you can see here, we're actually doing a React and Tailwind generation this time. Wow, and this is pretty quick. As you can see, we already got it generating here. We even got the GitHub icon or logo right here. We have placeholder images, you know, a rough framework or template of the actual page. And we even got some dummy images and pictures right here. All right, so now we're going to try the record screen feature. So I'm going to click on record screen right here. So now I'm going to select the specific location that you want. I'm selecting screen 1 right here, and then I'm going to click allow. And you can see here, we are now sharing the screen. I'm going to go over here to Twitter, and I'm going to scroll, and then I'm going to click on a post like this. Actually, I clicked on a profile. Now we can see a profile here. Maybe I'll click on a post. And I think this should be good enough. Let's go ahead and click stop sharing. And then we can click on generate. All right, now it's an... Okay, so I got an error there. I don't know if that's something to do with the recording. We'll try one more time. Okay, click generate. Error assembling prompt, contact support. Okay, so we're having an issue with the recording screen. This is a experimental feature, so let me know if you're having issues with it or if you got it to work. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Other than that, guys, I think you can pretty much get the gist of this tool, screenshot to code. I think it is pretty cool. It's lightweight. You know, if you're generating stuff for these specific frameworks and you want an open source model where you can also leverage tools like Ollama, models like Ollama, open source models, as well as not be using a tool like V0 that's closed source or whatever the case may be, then definitely try this tool out. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below about this tool, if you generated some cool stuff with it. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you're new to the channel, we upload videos every single day on AI, automation, marketing, sales, etc. So if you like that type of content and you got some value here, make sure to like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with the daily uploads. Also, too, guys, if you haven't already joined our free community, stridecommunity.com, I'll leave a link down below, our free Facebook group and Discord channel, and our other community. Check that out. And then if you run a business and you need help growing your business with marketing, sales, systems, implementing AI agents, AI cold callers, or call center into your business to fully automate and streamline your appointment setting via text, email, phone call, etc., then book a call down below at executivestride.com/apply. Other than that, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.